What's up? What's up? Real MVPs, Ricky Widmer here, and welcome into another edition of MVP Sports Live right here on either twitch.tv or YouTube. I am joined with my beautiful co-host, Dave Oster.
Hey, everybody.
Dave, I know last night was, I guess a game happened, but I still have to ask, how you doing today?
You know, I'm here. I'm sober. So
Dave's like, I'm sober for now. But we got a jam-packed show for you guys. A lot of football on the docket today. The Bears played last night. Jerry Jones exploded on radio today. Des Bryant is a Raven. We'll practice squad, but we'll see what happens there. We got Chris Godwin's going to miss this week, so what does that mean for fantasy? And we got a little bit of draft news with Jalen Waddle and Trevor Lawrence. Before we get into everything, though, quick little housekeeping. Discord. Link down below. Join it today or _Discord into Twitch chat. Great community, great conversations going on every day in that Discord. If you would like to support us, check out patreon.com/MVPvids. You can also throw us a sub on Twitch where we are live. I should say that again, where we are live, because it sounded a little mush-mouthy there. Yeah. Where we are live every Monday through Friday, twitch.tv/MVPvids. But we are also on YouTube at MVP Sports. So go ahead and follow and sub at both places. And Dave, the first thing we're going to talk about is mainly the Bears, but kind of a little bit of a recap also of last night's game as the Bears lose 24-10 to the Los Angeles Rams. And first off, before we get into anything about the Bears, your thoughts about the game, and was it really a Rams win or the Bears choking and losing the game?
No, I mean, it was Rams win through and through. Pains me to say it, but they were a much better team than us. Their run game, you know, I don't know that I love the fact that they're a committee system. I think that Brown looks better catching, obviously not the it's like a toss-up. Like, I get it by committee. It pisses me off as a fantasy owner, I guess. It doesn't bug me as a person, you know. I wish they picked a direction. I wish Cam Akers could see some more touches out there. But no, like, their offense ran okay. Now, Goff isn't a world beater out there. He missed some passes. Could they have run the score up on us? Sure. I listened to a little bit of Matthew Berry today talking about his little Cooper Kupp not being super successful in the past couple weeks. He's not been a huge factor in that offense. Robert Woods, again, similar thing. So, I don't know. They're just getting it done, though. And fucking Aaron Donald, you know, like that defense, they're flying around. They got
came
big
to
boy.
play. Even Leonard Floyd came to play.
Yep, revenge game a little bit. But no, I mean, like, it helps when the team you're facing has an offensive game plan that's like, let's run right at the biggest, strongest, scariest motherfucker in the game right now. Like, let's just write him. Oh wait, it's 3rd and short and 4th and short. I think we got a guy for this. Dial in Cordell Patterson. Let's bring him into the game. Like, this seems like a great time to run a fucking play for him. Our offensive play calling, as a Bears fan, was painful and predictive and just everything you don't want to see. Like, I don't understand how we are such a terrible offense. Like, our defense is fantastic, but I mean, we just have an incredibly terrible offense. I really did wish that it wasn't so predictive. Like, I think everybody knows what's coming. It's got to be one of the worst run offenses in the NFL. I think we were 27th going into the game. I think we're 30th now. We scored 3 offensive points. Foles with an awful interception thrown off his back foot in the end zone, which just sucked. Like, that should have been converted. But you know what? Play calling wise, when even the people, try not to swear so much, even the people on the broadcast team are like, they pulled out their 2 biggest threats on the outside. You know, they're not putting Cole Kmet. They're not going Jimmy Graham. They swapped them out for 2 short wide receivers. That's a weird move to do when you're throwing at the end zone, right? Like, yeah, it is, because it's a free touchdown when you throw to a guy who's got like 6'5", 225 out there. The only positive for our team is the defense, because Eddie Jackson, thankfully this time, didn't get his touchdown, overturned. I mean, so hey, he got a score. Our defense is great. but they can only do so much out there. It's really just Nagy needs to stop play calling because at this point, hey, we've gone through two quarterbacks. The problem's you. Plan. Sorry, he gets this. I think this is his season high with 2 touches. Like, it's infuriating. Again, our offensive play calling is awful. I think Matt Nagy should never be allowed to be a play caller, and I think I'm more happy for Patrick Mahomes for not having to deal with that, because God can only imagine what that offense would have to look like if Matt Nagy were still there.
Here's the thing, and this will kind of lead into the Bears' biggest problem, is if you're on Twitch right now, sorry for the little hiccup. My OBS disconnected while we were talking, but we're back live right now. So ESPN has an article, Dave, where they say that the Chicago Bears' Matt Nagy sticking to play calling and sticking to Nick Foles, where the exact quote from Nagy is, I look at all the possibilities of someone else calling plays. The very first thing I look at is that I talk to our coaches and we talk through the whole process. I'm really honestly not opposed to. There's no opposition from me if we feel like that's what the issue is. And so we need to look at that. Right now, where we're at, that's not where we think it is. So he's sticking with play calling. Here's the thing that kind of stuck with me, though, a little bit is, so Brian Greasy, who is on the Monday night commentary team,
he said a thing that then got tracked back.
Well, he made a comment where, and
it got walked back.
Yeah, even though it got backtracked, it still got me thinking, though.
Sure.
Where the exact comment, in case you didn't hear it, was, we were talking to Nick Foles yesterday, and he said, sometimes play calls come in, and I know I don't have time to execute that play. I'm the one out there getting hit. Sometimes the guy calling the plays, Matt Nagy, he doesn't know how much time there is back there. So that's something that they had to get worked out. And yes, I know you say it got backtracked, but it still brought up a point in my head of, with Matt Nagy calling plays, was he a little bit too spoiled in KC? Where you brought up Patrick Mahomes, to where it's like, how you call, like, you can call things for Patrick Mahomes, and if something breaks down, he'll get you out of it. Where Nick Foles is great. Big Dick Nick, Super Bowl MVP. But he's not Patrick Mahomes. Mitch Trubisky, nowhere near Patrick Mahomes, to where it's like, Matt Nagy with the play calling, does he need to look at it and go, okay, well, I can't exactly do what I did in KC, because when shit broke down in KC, I had arguably the best fucking quarterback or the best young quarterback, I'll say, in the NFL. No disrespect to Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. What I would say is that he is incredibly rigid in his offense. He has no room to make adjustments. If everything is not exactly the way that it needs to be, then it's not going to work. And that's the problem. Like you said, Pat Mahomes, get flushed out of the pocket. I'll just put the ball in my other hand and chuck it down the field anyway. Like, doesn't even matter. I'm on the run, switch your hand. Doesn't matter. Like, that's one thing that, I mean, we knew it was a problem this year was the Bears' offensive line. Mitch Trubisky being mobile let us kind of get around it a little bit, and we weren't in as much trouble. But Nick Foles, different story. That man has not got the legs under him. He's not got the so he just ends up, eating a little bit more pressure, getting a little bit roasted more. Aaron Donald trying to pull a scumbag move, twisting the ankle on the way down because he's a scumbag, as we all know. But like, the problem is, it's just offensive line is trash. Yeah. And our offensive weapons, like, yes, we should have some guys out there to make things happen, but it's not exactly the fit, perhaps, that Matt Nagy, wants to have, that he had up in Kansas City or down in Kansas City, whatever direction Kansas City is from here.
Down. It's about southwest.
I was where was I thinking Kansas City was?
Like, is that Matt Nagy's fault, though? Because let's be honest, Matt Nagy,
110%.
Should Matt Nagy have a chance to basically,
how many years has Matt Nagy been there?
2 or 3? I think it's been 2 or 3. I'd have to check. I think it's 2, but it could be 3.
This is his third year.
You're right, because the really good year, the Cody Parkey year, last year was the kind of down year, and now this year. You're right.
Yeah. So in 3 years,
but he hasn't
figured out how to use the personnel that he's provided.
Or
when you can't do that, you're a failure as a coach.
Or I'm gonna just throw this out there just to play devil's advocate.
Sure.
Is it he cannot win with the pieces in front of him? Or is that a problem of, hey, the guy above me can't fucking draft the right pieces to help me win, or gave me pieces when I walked in that I basically were not, like, you can ask someone to do a job, but if they don't have the right tools to do the job, and I'm not saying like Nick Foles isn't the wrong tool. That's not what I'm getting at. More so when he came in, Mitch Trubisky was the wrong person. He wasn't going to win with Mitch Trubisky. Nick Foles gives him a better opportunity in my mind because Nick Foles is a better quarterback than Mitch in my mind. But like, is it a problem of should it start at the top where Matt Nagy hasn't been making the right calls? And I do agree with you in this kind of, when you're a head coach, it goes with anything. Sometimes you have to be proactive about stuff, but you have to be reactive too. If something ain't working, all right, we got to change. We got to go to something else. We can't ram our head as it kicked me. Where did I stop, Dave?
The problem is up here.
Oh, the problem is you got to be proactive and reactive. And like, is Ryan Pace giving him the right opportunities? Like, is it Ryan Pace's fault and not Matt Nagy's fault? Or is it both of them? Okay.
It's both of them. Ryan Pace was already on a very thin ice. Mm-hmm. We didn't like him in the first place because of his draft gaffe. Obviously, with Mitch Trubisky trading up, costing us picks unnecessarily so. Mm-hmm. And then, obviously, how it turned out on the field. Having to watch Pat Mahomes and Sean Watson do things that only they can do. Mm-hmm. And us sitting here with Mitch Trubisky just... but he's missed on a lot of guys. He's great at late round picks. Like, mm-hmm. I don't know what it is about either our scout team or him, but like, we seem to hit really well rounds like 4, 5. Like that's mm-hmm. our jam. Is that just middle?
Not the 1, 2, 3.
The
rounds you want to hit
impact. The ones you have to hit to set your franchise up. Yeah. We seem to not be so good at those. Mm-hmm. So unfortunate. The moves in free agency. Yeah, we lost Leonard Floyd. We have the worst offensive line in football. Mm-hmm. Let's go get another pass rusher. Let's not worry about the fact that like there are free agents out there who can play offensive line who we just have not gone after. Mm-hmm. So there are definitely some priority issues when it comes to Pace, and I think he deserves to be fired. I think that Matt Nagy needs to be fired, or at least right now to salvage a season, mm-hmm. replaced of his play calling duty. Because he doesn't have it. Like, mm-hmm. only when all the stars line up are we good. When we watch this offense, the only time it looks good is when we're in the hurry-up offense, and Foles does. It's the hurry-up offense is the only time. And guess what? That's when Mitch Trubisky looked really good too, didn't he? Mm-hmm. So it's almost like there's a system problem here. Mm-hmm. It's almost like the offensive scheme is shit.
So you're saying fire Ryan Pace, like basically clear house. Let's get a new top in, a new middle in.
Dude, I'm at the point where I'm like, fire Pace, mm-hmm. fire Nagy.
Yeah.
I don't know if Chuck Pagano needs to get moved into head coach. Mm-hmm. We need someone who can call plays for this offense. And I don't like anybody in house for that right now either. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it'll be an upgrade, but it can't get worse than 3 fucking points on offense with the amount of weapons we have out there. Mm-hmm. Allen Robinson shouldn't be a joke at wide receiver. Darnell Mooney has incredible speed and is getting underthrown or misthrown by 10 plus yards.
Two questions. First off, when Adam Gase was an OC with the Bears, was he calling plays?
Yes.
Okay. How would you be as a Bears fan? No. What if Pagano moves over to head coach and Adam Gase is out there? Are you too spurred by what happened in Miami and New York to bring him as an OC?
No Gase.
Okay.
No backsies.
Okay.
No, after watching how Ryan Tannehill has thrived without him, and literally all of the awful decisions on the Jets have come back to bite them.
Good point.
I don't want any part of him on my franchise.
Here's another thing I want to do. And for everyone out there, I'm not going to answer this question only because my mock draft video tomorrow will answer this question.
Booyah.
But Dave, the question is, and I don't know where the jump cuts are going to go. I don't know how this is getting editing because I literally want to throw my computer off a cliff. Or not just the computer. I want to throw OBS off a cliff. I want to throw Discord off a cliff. Because now people are like, shit, you guys switched sides.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
But the question that I'm asking is at 25, your pace. Do you go wide receiver and Bateman, or do you go offensive lineman? Fuck it, that's what we need. That's what I'm taking.
Have to go offensive lineman. Like I don't know. I don't know if there's an excusable way, and like I don't know if Bateman's a world beater talent. Like that's a problem. I mean, there are a lot of good wide receivers out there, and with the high probability that Allen Robinson is done in Chicago after this year, we would need a wide receiver, and that makes sense. But like I'm just not sure that I'm willing to give up the chance to add in like an absolute hit at offensive line. Like that's the thing. It's whatever you trust more.
Yeah.
Because I think offensive line is more valuable right now. I think we can get wide receivers in free agency easily and for less money. There's guys who can fill in on a decent system.
The big question is too, are you going to pay Allen Robinson or not?
I don't know if Allen Robinson wants to play here after like, dude, this season is, I know we're 5-2, but it feels like we're 2-5. It feels like we're the fucking Cowboys out here looking like trash. Like
every site that I've seen that's predicted free agency is saying that he could go to the Dolphins. Give
Why
to
not?
a weapon.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, I don't blame him at all. But it's the frustration of just like, your hard cap. Like that's the problem. I know our head coach is not good enough as a play caller and as a coach to get us anywhere close to a championship. Now, can we get to the playoffs? Yes, because our defense is fucking incredible. But can we get anywhere further? No. Like the problem is Matt Nagy and Nick Foles at their best, absolutely. Like they can get to an elite level. Like Nick Foles, 7 touchdowns in a game, Super Bowl MVP. Like these are not minor accomplishments. He has that ability to be elite. He's not past his prime. He's not anything. It's just this system is not working. And Matt Nagy needs to get like a magic 8-ball, shake his head like a magic 8-ball, basically, and be like, forget what you think is our system. Forget what you think is our system because it doesn't work. Yeah. Like look at all the numbers, look at all the paper. It doesn't matter what you think is the best answer anymore because your decision making is flawed. And it only works in your magic bubble where everything goes right. Our quarterback has 7 seconds to make a throw, and all our wide receivers and our running back we have one running back.
Yeah.
Is amazing. Now we don't have an offensive line. Our Dave Montgomery's not bad.
David Montgomery's not what, Dave?
Dave Montgomery's he's not bad, but he's not great. The receiving talent's mixed bag. Like we've got high hopes for some people. Like I think Anthony Miller, Mooney, and I'd love to see more Cole Kmet. I think that's 3 things right there that you should be able to figure out how an offense looks, and yet we can't do it.
Yeah.
So there are teams with worse quarterbacks than us. There are teams with worse personnel than us, and they put up better numbers across the board. It's not even close. Like, I mean, that's a frustrating thing. I'm watching Joe Burrows go out there, fucking sling it. Watching Air Bear go out there and sling it, and all I am is pissed now.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a team what's a team that's doing well that has a bad quarterback? Or do you get jealous of the Eagles?
Dude, Jared Goff isn't even that good.
Okay.
Jared Goff's on a very good Rams team. He's not even that good of a quarterback. Everybody wants to praise the guy like he didn't do that great. He overthrew. He missed throws left and right. Like he's not elite at the quarterback level. He's just on like that Rams team is what we aspired to be. I remember talking about this with you. It was we've got the money. We can go ahead. That was the year we paid Khalil Mack. It was hey, let's go big splashes. We got a young quarterback.
We talked about it with Sean.
Yeah.
On Superfans.
And they were our template. That's like how we can make it to a Super Bowl.
Yep.
And we just shit the bed play calling and got the world's unluckiest doink.
Yeah.
So like I can't help that, but man, it's this point. And then the part of the game that I mentioned earlier was just the kick returns. Like,
yeah,
we can't. I'm sorry, punt returns or kick returns or whatever.
The returns.
It was our punt returns. Like, didn't even bother to try.
Yeah.
Just let them down inside 10 every time. Don't worry about it, man.
So
don't take the hit.
The last thing I want to do, I want to try to squeeze this in because, like Dave today, we mentioned, I don't know if this is in the VOD, not in the VOD, that because of my technical issues, we're just going to call the show after this. I want to try to squeeze Wet Boys in because all the Wet Boys coming from this Monday night game. And yours, I'm going to let you go first. For those of you, these are the dampest of dudes, soggiest, shears, moistest of men, sometimes the mistiest of misses, but they aren't today. These are our Wet Boys player of the day from the day before. Dave, you usually go first. Yours is not a Wet Boy today, though. Yours is I'll let you take it away.
Dry dude. You've listened to a 30-minute rant on Matt Nagy. If you don't know, now you know. That's where we're at. He is potentially one of the worst, like, I know Adam Gase needs to be fired. Yes. I know that down in Jacksonville, there are questions. I know in Dallas, there are questions already about Mike McCarthy. We brought this up yesterday. Matt Patricia's job was on the line after a couple weeks. Now, all of a sudden, he's looking good.
Yeah.
Matt Nagy's on a winning team, and I want his ass out. I'm done with the man as a play caller. Yeah. I think I can't tell if he should remain a head coach, but the fact that he doesn't see his own problem, the fact that he can't recognize how horrible of a job he's doing as a play caller.
How he's so hard-headed to go, nope, this ain't I'm open to someone else calling the plays, but we ain't going to do it.
Yep. It's just, if he's blind to his own shortcomings, then how can we get better? It's that simple.
Yeah, it's all about accountability. The other two, Dave, like myself, I'm going to be honest, my Wet Boy's a little dig at the Bears. Leonard Floyd.
I tried to it.
I know, but like,
I think you can take a bigger dig than that.
I said yesterday to Soapy while we were kind of talking, and I'm like, I got to go with Leonard Floyd because this is the guy literally the Bears let walk this offseason. You let him walk, and look at the game he has: 6 tackles, 4 solos, 2 for loss, 2 sacks. Got 3 hits on Nick Foles last night, so it's like he had a good game.
When you play across from Aaron Donald, you might get some opportunities.
Yeah,
might happen.
And then the patrons, Dave, they go with Jared Goff. So 2 Rams get the Wet Boys. So I
disagree, unfortunately.
I didn't go Goff because
Johnny Hecker.
Okay, good point.
Everybody else in the world's praising the man. I'm with them. I'm on the punt game for the brand, baby.
Yeah, I personally wasn't going to go Goff because I'm like, you know what, I don't think he had that great of a game. I was almost on it. I was like, shit, was there a baseball game last night? I was like, fuck, the World Series didn't play. I almost didn't have a Wet Boy today, Dave.
I can't name a single throw he made that, like, is elite. You know? He didn't thread the needle on it. He didn't make any, insane decisions. He's just asked to do what's in front of him. Just, play calling. There's a gap in play calling. McVay looks like he's playing checkers out there, and fucking Matt Nagy's stuffing crayons up his nose. Like, that's where we're at.
I like how not even just the dig at Nagy of crayons up the nose, a little bit of a dig at McVay too, because it's like, it's not like you're playing chess, you're playing checkers.
Whatever.
Chess is the one where it's like, ooh, you're a mastermind. Checkers is like, okay, you're not that smart.
I don't know what you want me to say, okay?
But that is gonna, like, there's a part of me, Dave, that wants to keep trucking because so far everything has gone well, but there's a part of me that's like, I don't want to jinx it as even the lights above me are going out.
Fuck the tape measure out.
It's been that much of a shit show anyways. Why not fucking pull out the tape measure to doink, and there's the light. And that's just, like I told Soapy, no, why get on a ladder and screw it in when I can just fucking, put the tape measure up there and hit it. But
what a show!
This has been a good show. Like, has it been our best show? Probably not. But has it been an entertaining show? And have I loved recording it? Yes, I've loved recording it, but we'll be back tomorrow. We're going to take the L for this one. You got some Bears talk for today. We'll be back tomorrow with most of the stuff we're going to talk about today. Hopefully nothing groundbreaking drops tomorrow so we don't have a 2-hour show, but thank you guys for everything. Remember, Discord, link down below, or !Discord into Twitch chat, patreon.com/MVPvids. If you want to support us, we're on Twitch Monday through Friday, twitch.tv/MVPvids, but we're also on YouTube at MVP Sports. Thank you guys for all that you do. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and as always, have a good day, everybody.